Say hello, y'all.
What up? Hello?
Hey, yo. I don't do that post stuff, but I do document stuff. So you may or may not see this. But I'm here today. Last day of rehearsal for the Three Shredders tour. I didn't come up with that name, by the way, so don't come at me for that. But I'm amongst friends. We're in the historic Rainbow Studios. There's a logo right there. In my hometown, Omaha. So it's kind of groovy. Uh, I'll introduce folks because they're busy. I have Mr. Patrick Vigil,
Hello?
world famous keyboard player extraordinaire. Played with everybody. You got to look him up. He was, fun fact, he played with Rick James right before he died. Rick didn't make it up, and he told me the story of playing with George Clinton. And he said, "Please, George, don't die. Please, George, don't die." And he got to play with George. Then he needs no introduction, but I'll introduce him anyway. Kelly Conlon, New York's finest. If you don't know him, you just don't know. I'm not even gonna bother with you today if you don't know this guy. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm done with you. In the back we got the young guy, young gun, blessing me with his presence. Mr. Geddy Lee Johnson. That's his real name. That's his real name. He's not faking it.
Wrong instrument.
But he's holding it down, the bottom end. So there you go. There you go. So that's it. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing else right now. Oh, quick gear rundown. Tell us about your bass, sir.
This one, this one here is my custom Conklin that I got made before Bill passed. Michael Apperson especially, so thanks to him for that. Solid swamp ash body, soap bar, Bartolinis, and all the good stuff. 5-piece neck. Doing a simple rig. I'm just doing the Sanzam fly rig, and that's all I got. Nothing else on stage for me. And doing some in-ears.
In ears.
Just doing in-ears, that's it.
How many drivers your ears have?
Say again?
How many drivers?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the
look at it.
specs on it.
Okay,
So
but it handles your low end.
it does.
That's the bottom line.
It does.
That's the bottom line.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. But you have another bass over here, so tell us about that.
Yep. This is my my Court A5 Beyond. It's got the fan frets. That's I'll be using both of these. Not at the same time though. No bass
Michelangelo.
solo.
No,
sorry.
no Michelangelo. Right.
But yeah. And that one's just a solid one as well. It's got a great tone. They both got great tones, and just gonna swap them back and forth. So got some good gear, and we're gonna have a good time.
There you go. I'm moving right along. Let me get over here. I'll save the best for last. It ain't me. I tell you that. Okay,
The fun.
Pat, tell us about your gear. What's going on? Let me get the vantage point here so it makes more sense.
So mostly Roland stuff. Gotta have Yamaha though, at least a motif sound, so that helps.
Okay.
So keyboard controller doesn't make any sounds, but it's plugged into everything. So this is the brain of the rig, which is nice because every time I change sounds or change settings on my A50, it changes everything. So it makes it easy on stage, going in between songs real quick. I don't have to be noodling. So I have it all pre-set up to where I can change all my patches. Yamaha MX61 is basically motif stripped down, but all the bread and butter sounds. Line mixer to the house, send left and right stereo, and then I'm working on the B3 sounds, IK Multimedia B3X,
Okay.
and I'm using that for organ sounds, which is nice. Trying to stay true to the record as far as the sound.
Yeah, I see that you've named your JV80. It says 3 Shredder there. You literally named a patch.
Yep, I got that. That's my main setting where a lot of my sounds come from.
Okay.
Every song is being used on this. But what's nice is, like I said, on this, I can change my patches on my A50 and it'll change everything for me. So I can go in and out of every song live without having to noodle between songs. But this stays the same because the whole show's on just one setting. And all the sounds are drawn out of it by the A50.
So you do a combination of analog and digital, if you will.
Yep. A little bit of software. Software nowadays, which is ironic because we're standing right next to a B3.
Right next to a B3.
and a Leslie.
Yeah, well, it's
So I think that's kind of cool.
It's a little lighter.
But this is one of the next best things. According to each keyboard player has their own rig. But for me, this is my go-to.
Per song, how many sounds do you use per song?
At least 4 or 5 layers, splits. Depending on the song. Some songs are a little more involved, so different sections of the keyboard split off, and that's what this does, which is nice. And then I draw all the sounds out of the rest of the rig: the D70, MX61, computer, Mac, and then the 2080. So this drives the whole rig, and everything is kind of follows what I do on this, which is great. So I do everything pre-show, pre-rehearsal. Get it all set up.
You have on the floor
Yep.
your sustain pedals or what?
Yep, sustain pedals. Right one for the A50, left one for the D70, and then I got one here for the MX.
So
I jump over to MX for some of the really good Rhodes layer sounds during the show, so that helps me get the sounds I need to fatten it up.
And you instinctively know what it is because it's
Yep.
not unmarked. I have to mark everything.
Yeah, it's simple for me, so I have everything kind of memorized as far as what all the functions are. Pretty basic. Every song has the same functions: volume, the Leslie is on and off for the organ. I assign that to this, and they're the same for every song. The settings as far as where I assign the functions, so that's easy to memorize.
Okay.
So, and we rehearsing quite a bit, so every time we run through, it's just one more chance for me to see my whole rig,
Okay.
see where everything is. That makes a big difference.
And it's Wurlitzer's, not yours.
Not mine.
It's not yours.
Yep.
Okay. So you're not boxed in.
No.
You're semi-boxed in with
Fun. I
with
love this stuff. It's fun with all the toys.
Thanks for sharing, man. Sharing is caring.
You know?
So, as I said, so the whole gig is in-ear monitors because everybody on tour is in-ears. So that helps because it helps with stage volume. It helps with kind of getting what you want in your head. And running 6 auxes here with Allen and Heath, the English made, not the Chinese made. And there is a difference in the solder, believe it or not. And running 6 auxes, everybody's kind of doing their thing and just getting in a happy place with that. 3 units here. The EQ is for vocals, and then, which we haven't done it yet, we have a compressor on the snare, and we're actually using a bass drum trigger, and I'll get to that in a second. My rig, kind of, you've seen this pedal board before. Not really much has changed with the pedal board. Using a couple axes, which is Les Paul thing, and Fernandez got another guitar back there. And then that's a couple boogies. I got an ADA there, running a wireless and tuner and things of that nature. That's when I feel like manning up. But here's what I'm going to be using a lot more. Cause see, this is I call it a girl rig, cause you don't take much to lift it. So I don't care about being politically correct. So, but yeah, so there, that's it. So depending on the load in and all that stuff, I'm going to be using this way more than that. But Lord willing, I'll use that one time. As I said, I saved the best for last. On drums, the Honorable Geddy Lee Johnson. Take your bow, brother. Take your bow now. Take your bow. We have an interesting background. We have some shared stuff going on. I'm not going to say it on camera, but he knows what I'm talking about, man. I stalked him. I hunted him down. That's how I found him. Long story short, and he plays beautifully, and he's in an incredible band called Ben's Raincoat. Check them out. They will not disappoint. They're killing. Tell us about your rig as best you can, a little bit.
So the guys at Rainbow Studios were nice enough to let me use one of their kits, so I didn't have to bring mine from home down. They've got me on a really kind of an older Premier kit here, which is super nice, tuned up beautifully. But at home, I use a Yamaha Stage Custom, which you can kind of see down here. All the shells have this kind of same burgundy red. It's a birch kit. And then for my snare drum, I can actually pull that out. I use a Yamaha Maple Custom Absolute. Love it. Nice and high and lots of crack to it.
Okay.
Cymbals, I'm using all Meinl cymbals. Got a nice array and variety of those here. For my pedals, I'm using Tama Dynasync direct drive pedals. And then for my triggering, I have Roland TM2 right here, and that runs over to my Roland RT30K down here.
Explain to folks the positivity of triggering bass drum.
So for me, like, especially in Ben's Raincoat, like I play a lot of really quick bass drum patterns and passages and stuff. So that way I don't have to work too hard and get tired on stage. Playing with triggers allows me to stay a lot more relaxed, right? I like to explain it a lot as kind of like a guitar pickup, you know, versus an acoustic guitar. You know, it's simply just kind of amplifying the sounds that you're playing. Some people have this stigma that like triggers is kind of cheating. But really, like, if you're not playing clean, then triggers will just make every mistake bright and, like, clear as day. So I really like playing with triggers because it helps me, again, stay relaxed, and I can play quick for much longer, without getting tired.
You're a proponent of Yamaha drums. How did you arrive at Yamaha versus other brands? How did you get there? It's a journey.
So when I was in high school, we played on a kit of the same exact color. It was a Yamaha Stage Custom, and I just remember loving that kit. And then, you know, years passed, I played a couple Mapex kits, which were always good. But then a buddy of mine was selling this Yamaha Stage Custom, which was like the same color, same shells, package, and sizes and stuff. And I went and played it, and it sounded just like I remember it sounding in high school. Even though it was a different kit, I ended up buying that kit for my buddy, and yeah, I've been a big Yamaha fan ever since.
Makes sense. It's a journey. Your cymbals, as this is another Turkish company.
Meinl, yeah.
Okay.
Germany, I think.
They're German,
Yeah.
but made in Turkey.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
All cymbals are made in Turkey, right?
Actually, I don't know. That's a drummer fail.
I
They
thought
sound so
also somehow all the cymbals are made in Turkey, but they're branded differently.
Yeah.
That's what I heard that somewhere. I don't know how true that is, but we'll go with that. And it looks like you're running the show from back here, technically.
Yep. Got this beautiful backtrack system that you've provided. What is this guy called again here?
The company is Joko. Joko met the president, and I said I gotta, because he tells me, and I quote, computers are made for studio and office. They're not made for stage. And he says, at some point it'll fail you. He said, a computer will fail you before my product will. That's what he says, quote, end quote. So I had to get it. It seemed fairly easy to operate because you figured it out right away.
Yep, 100%.
Not too much going on.
Considering one for Ben's Raincoat.
Yeah. With Ben, do you guys run any auxiliary stuff, or is it 100% on you guys?
We have backtracks that we run, and then we also run all in-ears. All the guys run wireless, and then I'm wired, kind of very similar to how we're doing it here.
Mhm.
I couldn't really tell you much about the guitar stuff.
Okay.
It's all
But
fancy.
for playback,
Yeah.
are you using what you use for playing it back
for
to you?
playback, yeah, we're using a computer.
You are?
Yep.
We'll have to talk.
Yep.
We'll have a long talk.
We always have that talk in Ben's Raincoat too. Like, what if something goes wrong? We're toast.
So if we do the tour and you dig that,
Yeah.
then you can say, hey, fellas,
Right.
we probably need to look at something, you know.
100%. It's been great.
And if you have more tours and shows than I do, I'll let you use that.
Oh, thanks, brother. That would be sweet.
I'll let you, that will solve a lot of stuff for you. You won't be,
Right.
you won't be going through that. So
Yeah, we don't have a backup or anything.
see, and that's hardware, right? You know what I mean? So no, I got your back, man. I got your back. Hey, fellas, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Renee.
you. Thank 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 you.